Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Katie Ginella's Bravo future unclear as RHOC Season 19 wraps, and cast reportedly ices her out. It wouldn't be a season of The Real Housewives of Orange County without major drama, but this time, it's not just the usual on-screen shade. Rumors are swirling that cast member Katie Ginella may be getting iced out by producers and her co-stars as filming wraps on Season 19. Katie Ginella. Sources close to production told the U.S. Sun that Katie has been missing from several key cast events in the back half of the season, and notably absent from the group trip to Amsterdam earlier this May, a hallmark of the show's high-stakes drama. While Bravo has yet to make any official statement, insiders suggest Katie's reduced presence may not be her choice. There's been tension behind the scenes, the insider revealed, pointing to ongoing conflict between Katie Ginella and RHOC veteran Emily Simpson, as well as returning star Gretchen RHOC. Reality TV doesn't seem to be for her, but she has been trying. I don't know if she's done for good or not. I would assume she won't come back next season, and the decision will either be mutual or coming from the producers. But let's be real, when a housewife suddenly disappears from major episodes and group scenes, it's usually a sign that the cast and the network are turning their backs, something viewers will not be fans of. Katie's absence is especially striking given the cast's high-profile Amsterdam getaway. Leaked photos show the women enjoying boat rides and exploring the city, without Katie in sight. For a series that thrives on full cast dynamics, her MIA status feels more like an exclusion than a coincidence. Katie Ginella's Bravo future unclear as RHOC Season 19 wraps, and cast reportedly ices her out. This isn't Katie's first rocky ride with the franchise, either. Her debut season saw frequent clashes with Heather Dubrow, setting the stage for an uphill battle to find her footing among the longtime housewives. Meanwhile, the rest of the cast isn't exactly sailing smoothly either. Tamra Judge, 57, reportedly quit and then rejoined filming mid-season, and Gretchen RHOC's return after a decade-long hiatus has added to the shifting dynamics. A newcomer to the Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC, franchise, has had a rocky season, and as Season 19 wraps up, her future with Bravo remains uncertain. After a season filled with highs and lows, behind-the-scenes reports suggest that Ginella may have already been iced out by the RHOC cast, casting doubt on her return for future seasons. But what exactly happened to bring her to this point? A season of unpredictable drama. When Katie Ginella was introduced to RHOC in its 19th season, many viewers were curious to see what she would bring to the table. As a fresh face in a long-running franchise, Ginella had the potential to shake things up. Early on, she seemed to fit in well with the rest of the cast, bringing a level of charm and charisma to the group dynamic. However, things quickly began to take a turn. Katie's interactions with the other women appeared to start strong, but over the course of the season, the cracks began to show. Tensions escalated, with some cast members questioning her motives and others outright accusing her of being too eager to fit in. She faced criticism for not being as authentic as she initially appeared, with some of the other housewives suggesting that she was trying too hard to secure her place on the show. Despite attempts to navigate the drama, Katie's relationships with her castmates grew increasingly strained. A few memorable clashes during group trips and dinner parties added to the growing tension. It seemed that every time Ginella tried to bond with her co-stars, she was met with resistance, or, worse, exclusion. Some fans speculated that Katie's struggles to find common ground with the seasoned housewives could be the result of the difficult transition from being a newcomer to someone expected to hold her own in the notoriously competitive RHOC environment. The ice out. What went wrong? While RHOC is no stranger to cast shakeups and shifting dynamics, Katie Ginella's reported exclusion from the group has stirred up a fair amount of controversy. Behind the glitz and glamour of the RHOC cameras, rumors have circulated that some cast members have actively iced her out. According to multiple sources, Ginella found herself on the receiving end of cold shoulders, and this rejection may have sealed her fate for the future. One theory is that Katie's arrival on the show coincided with an already established dynamic between the other housewives. Many of the women, who have been on the show for multiple seasons, have forged tight-knit relationships, which can often leave newcomers feeling like outsiders. The cold reception from some cast members might have stemmed from jealousy, insecurity, or even just an unwillingness to embrace someone new into an already established circle. There are also whispers that Katie's attempts to assert herself may have backfired. In a series of tense moments, she was accused of stirring up drama where it wasn't necessary, with some viewers and castmates alleging that Ginella was not being entirely genuine. This perception of her being phony may have created a divide between her and the women who've learned over the years how to balance the line between authenticity and entertainment. When your reality is under constant scrutiny, sometimes it's hard to tell who's there for the right reasons and who's trying too hard to make a splash. RHOC and the power of group dynamics. The Real Housewives franchise has always been about the strength and unpredictability of group dynamics, with each season evolving in unexpected ways. The show thrives on the tension between the women, and some cast members naturally rise to the occasion, while others fail to capture the attention of both their co-stars and the viewers. Katie Ginella's experience highlights just how critical it is to find the right balance between being an individual and being part of the collective drama. A standout housewife is often one who can stir up the pot without being labeled a villain or someone who's simply looking to stay relevant. The long-standing women of RHOC have mastered this art over the years, making it all the more difficult for a newcomer like Ginella to break through. In the cutthroat world of reality television, cast changes are an inevitable part of the show's evolution. It's common for Bravo producers to shake up the cast after a particularly lackluster season, or when an individual's chemistry with the group is off. With Katie Ginella facing apparent exclusion from the cast, and her rapport with the other housewives deteriorating, Bravo may be weighing its options for next season. The fans weigh in. As always, the Real Housewives audience is vocal about their opinions, and the fan reaction to Katie Ginella's performance has been mixed. Some viewers feel sympathy for the newcomer, viewing her struggles as the result of being thrown into a situation where she wasn't fully prepared for the harsh realities of RHOC filming.